First of all, I want you to see the preliminaries of this miracle. The disciples were now returning. They'd been sent out, commissioned to go out, and basically it was what we might consider soul winning basic training. It wasn't the same as what it's going to be later on with the Great Commission. There were some differences to it, but they were sent out, commissioned to go out, and they went out and they came back excited. They came back thrilled what God had done in their lives, and now tired. You know, when we have our soul winning marathons, when we go home, I'm usually tired. We go out, we knock on doors and talk to people about the Lord. People don't understand the ministry's work. Now, I know we're not saved by works, but when we minister, it is work. And it's hard work sometimes. And here, they've been out serving the Lord. They've been out witnessing. Christ brings them back. They hear the reports. And this is all foundational for this miracle. I want to say this. They gave their fellowship report. You never know what God's going to do when Christians begin to give their testimony of what God's done in their lives. You know, there's nothing worse than when a preacher stands up and says, "Anybody got a word of testimony?" Cricket, 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 cricket. You hear the crickets? Well, there's nothing worse than that. When all of us hasn't God done something in our lives?
That's right.
Or we'll sometimes say, 40 years ago, preacher, God hasn't done anything in the last 40 years. I mean, start there, but don't end there. Amen? It's been good. Go back to when you were saved. But think about times in between when He's answered our prayers. And He's met our needs. And He's taken care of us. And we all could talk about that. I was talking about fellowship report. This Monday and Tuesday, I will be going to preach in New Jersey under Brother Larry Gibbs' tent. Brother Larry is a member of our church. I've been in tent ministry for a number of years. And here's the amazing thing. It was just at this particular meeting a year ago, or maybe it's 2 years ago now. 2 years ago, time flies, that God tugged at His heart about Peru. Just 2 years ago. Think about what's happened in the last 2 years. Holding tent revivals, not only in this country, but in Peru. And you all bought the tent, shipped it to Peru. And now hundreds have been saved in Peru. And because God's used them. The testimony of that. Of what God does when we just sell out and do what He wants in our lives. And don't be afraid.